Hello, my name is Madeline. I'm from the United States. I grew up just outside New York City. I've lived in many different places around the world now, and I consider myself a global citizen of this planet Earth. I am an artist, I am a massage therapist, I am a healer, and I love sharing my art and creativity with people all over the world and helping to inspire and connect deeper into this life. So I came to Florestral for the equinox ceremony, and I just came for the ceremony. I came with a friend, and I ended up staying for 2 months. So this place really called to me in helping me to grow and stay, and when I hear the calls through the medicine, I listen. So being a volunteer here at Florestral was a really beautiful and experience that had a lot of depth to it. Coming in here, I really came at a really opportune time when there's not that many people around. So I was really able to meet everyone and have a personal relationship with everyone here and really grow. For me as a volunteer, one of the most beautiful parts was actually working with the land, working and digging holes and cleaning the trees, and even learning to cook in the kitchen better, and learning new recipes, cooking vegan, something I hadn't done before. So that was really, really great. But still, I have to say the highlight has been working directly with the plants. Something really special about Florestral is that they actually plant and grow the chacruna plant and the ayahuasca vine here in Costa Rica. This is very unique. So because it's giving back to the plants, to the medicine, so this cycle can continue. So for me, I never had the chance to work with the plants in this way before, planting the actual plants that were going to become medicine. And I even had the opportunity to make medicine here, something I hadn't done before, and then drink the medicine that I had made and all those prayers that were put in. And it was a really authentic and really important experience of depth that gave context to the entire process of working with Madre Ayahuasca. And the people here have been so supportive. Like I said before, I've really learned different ways of living in community. And yeah, it's been so beautiful having the feminine energy with Nicole around, and really seeing how she's so powerful and gentle at the same time, and super helpful if you want to learn any songs and things like that, and working in the garden with her. And then with Vismai, he's been amazing too, with really being the creative force behind so many things and working on the music and the album. And it's been so fun just being able to paint, and while he's then making music and creating. So, and then having Jimmy and all these other people around who are so into the plants and know all about the different fermentations and the teas, and I just feel like a sponge, and I'm soaking it all in. So yeah, I've had a lot of growth and a lot of learning, and even having the kids around has been great. Been making artwork with them, and it feels like a family. It really feels like a nice family, and able to hold space to work through any shadows and darkness as well, knowing that we're all here for healing, and we're all here to hold space for one another. And that's how we move forward. And that's the work, and that's the medicine. And to do it in that container with really authentic people who are dedicated to the path and just really want the best. I mean, that's what it's about. So as a volunteer, it's been hard work, no doubt about that. But I think that's also part of the process. Working with the land directly, putting that energy in, it moves. It's another type of medicine that's part of the whole entire process. So yeah, it's good being a volunteer. However, the first time that I sat with her, I wasn't even looking for her. I had gone to the jungle. I was in the Amazon in Peru, and I went there to just connect with nature and be in the Amazon and meet the animals and all of that. And I was given the opportunity, a very special opportunity, to sit with a shaman, and it was just me, my translator, my guide, and now friend, and the shaman. And that experience really changed my life, because it came to me in a point when I wasn't I was starting to not believe in magic anymore, and I really needed to remember that there's magic in the ordinary. There's magic in us all around, and that we're so loved and we're so connected to everything in this entire world, in this entire universe. And that first initial meeting with ayahuasca reopened me to parts of myself and to the entire world and the entire universe that I really needed. You know, it reminded me that I'm an artist, it reminded me that I am a healer, and it reminded me of my deep connection within this beautiful fabric of humanity and of the universe and of the planet and of being a child of the earth. So in a really big way, she really reminded me too, like, how connected we are to the earth and how she's with us in every moment. And then most recently, how she's changed my life in this past little experience, the past 2 months of being here, is one, she helped me really clear out all of this gunk that's been going on, all this fear, all of this self-hatred, all this type of things that really are not serving me or anyone else in my life. And she reopened me to my connection to my creativity and to my art. So for the past month, I've just been pouring paintings out of me. I've been making, I think I've painted maybe 7 paintings in the last month. Prior to that, I hadn't painted in maybe the entire year. You know, a little here and there, but it just wasn't of potency. So sitting with her this time, she reminded me, she was like, Madeline, you're being a bad artist by not painting at all. You know, you need to share your gifts, share your truth. You know, part of the work of being the artist is actually doing the work, painting, showing what's in the subconscious, what's being uncovered, even if it's really ugly, even if it's something that doesn't really want to be seen. Because it's not just medicine for you, it's for medicine for everyone who needs to see it. So I'm forever grateful for that creativity that she gives to me and pours through me, through the visions, through the feelings, through the sentimientos, and all of it. So I know that she'll continue to unfold and bring more lessons as the life goes on, and I'm forever grateful. She's part of me. So what do I love about Florestral? Well, there's many things, but I need to first say the river. The river is this magical, beautiful force down that way. And you can go there in the morning and just sit so peacefully there and meditate and just be in the nature. Florestral is really remote. You really are kind of in your own kind of world here when you're here, which is really a beautiful benefit because there's just hummingbirds around all the time, butterflies, toucans, all types of different wildlife, and a really peacefulness about it. And what's also is great about Florestral is the people who end up coming through, the different guests, the different volunteers, because everyone's called for the medicine, you just meet so many interesting and genuine people who will end up being heart family all your life, and you know this. So I think what I love about Florestral is really the presence of nature that's here, and then the people who are attracted to this. Yeah, those are probably the 2 favorite things. I would say the biggest one is living in your heart and moving from this place. You know, really taking your time to observe your situation, to breathe, and to connect your heart to your mind, to your body, and then to your actions and to your speech. When we're really in this place of authenticity with our hearts, that's where the medicine and the growth really comes from. And the universe isn't going to give you anything you're not ready to handle. So remember that, and really remember your strength, and have that courage to step into your brightest light, because honestly, the world needs you. You know, we don't have time for putting ourselves down. We really need to bring our best selves forward and support one another and encourage one another, because now's the time. You know, what are we waiting for? And yeah, like I said, the universe won't give you anything you're not ready to handle. And there's really lessons and gifts in every experience that you have. every single experience, whether they're super, super high and super great and super amazing, or, you know, they're pretty low and, you know, places you don't even want to look at. There's lessons and gems in all of that, because in my perspective, you know, the universe doesn't even really know good or bad or right or wrong, you know? It's really just about learning. So for you to even feel something and for you to be moved by something, the universe is like, oh, great, this is experience, this is life, you know? So take that as part of that teaching, part of that lesson, part of that gift. And then, of course, you know, you can start to direct yourself and your life for the experiences that you want to experience more, and for it just to radiate outward. And yeah, I guess another little gem or pearl of wisdom, I'd say, when you are feeling down or you're feeling a little bit alone, you know, turn to the arts, turn to music, turn to dance, turn to painting, turn to drawing. You know, when you're feeling alone, just connect back into the universe, connect into your creativity, and it will all melt away again and, you know, put you in a new vibration that's more authentic with yourself.